My name is Kyle. I'm 26, and I have alopecia areata, which I've had since I think I was 20. I started noticing the first bald spot on the back of my head, and since then I've noticed it come and go, which is typical for alopecia areata. You'll lose a patch of hair and then it'll grow back. For the last 2.5 or 3 years, I have lost I lost all of my left eyebrow, and then over the past 7 months or so, all of my right eyebrow left as well. And I have gotten microblading, which is kind of a temporary shallow tattoo to replace the look of eyebrows. But what I'm struggling with now is the bald patches around my head. They're expanding and my hairline is regressing, and it's not growing back in the time frame that it used to. So it's been a few years, and there is no cure for alopecia areata, and there is really no treatment aside from just letting hair grow back, because it is an autoimmune disease or disorder. It's just my body attacking my own cells, in this case my hair follicles. There's nothing really that can be done for it. It's in the same category as diabetes and allergies. There's no cure, but this one is really visible. Stereotypically, you want to have long hair, you want to have thick hair, you want to be able to style your hair, and you definitely don't want to have bald spots on your head or in your eyebrows. I don't feel that embarrassed by it most of the time, but sometimes it just is really hard to deal with because it just seems unfair. Having something that's so visible and so not talked about, so taboo, female hair loss, is just really frustrating, especially as a woman in my mid-20s. This is a time when everybody encourages you to be exploring things and experiencing things, and right now we're in the middle of a pandemic, so that's all kind of on hold, but usually this is when I would be really kind of finishing my growing up and being an adult, and this makes it feel like that's not. It makes it feel like there are other things that are getting in the way. It feels really bad. I'm losing my hair. I'm really uncomfortable. I don't like the way I look. And then there is so much that could be worse.
When Kyle first told us that she was starting to lose her hair, I didn't really necessarily believe it. She showed me a patch, and I don't know, this may have been 4 years ago, and didn't really think much of it.
So past 6 weeks, 7 weeks, a few different things have happened. I got an IUD for a few different reasons, really unrelated to the alopecia, but I decided it was time to switch my birth control method over to an IUD. What I didn't realize at the time was that switch would mean that I was no longer taking the birth control pill, which is 2 hormones including estrogen. The IUD does not include estrogen, and I didn't realize that it's common for hair to thin slightly. They're just general, hair-related side effects when you stop taking daily estrogen. Of course, my body's still producing estrogen. It's not, anything like that. It's just that is something that changed when I stopped taking the pill. And within a month of that switch, I started to realize that my hair loss was kind of spreading. It was following more of what is called a pattern hair loss sort of path. You usually hear it referred to as male pattern balding. There's also female pattern balding. It's not alopecia, not related to alopecia. It's I think it's hormonal, which seemed to be related to that switch in the hormones that I was taking through my birth control. So when I realized that, my dermatologist realized it as well the last time that I went in for injections, and I decided to monitor it a bit more closely, talking with my female health nurse practitioner as well. And for a little while at least, I was using birth control pills and the IUD in order to get that estrogen back kind of in my daily diet. And it didn't really change anything. In fact, I actually kind of noticed the hair loss continuing to expand and cover more of my head, more of my hair was thinning, and it seemed like a pretty drastic change. So I was pretty panicked about that and ultimately had the IUD removed with the consultation of my nurse practitioner, who was able to put me on a different form of birth control pills that are supposedly better for women who've experienced hair loss previously. So working on that, but the day after I had the IUD removed, I don't know if there's any relation at all or any correlation, but that was when I started to feel a little bit better. I don't think I'm ever going to be happy about it, but I won't wake up and say I don't miss having a full head of healthy hair. But there are things that I can control. There are things that I can't control. And it is taking my energy away from the things that I can control when I'm so concerned about things that I can't control. So I want to flip it around a little bit and kind of beat the alopecia to the punch. It's pretty much, I don't know what percentage of my head has had this complete hair loss, but it's up there. It's probably at least 50% of my hair has fallen out. And even if it all starts growing right now, it'll still look pretty stupid for half of my hair to be, to grow a 1/4 inch at a time out of my scalp, and the rest of my hair to be however long it is, 10 inches long. So after my next appointment with my dermatologist, I just want to check in with her one more time and get her sense of the kind of rapid advancement of the hair loss over the last couple of months. And then I'm going to shave my head.
Her attitude has always been, I'm just going to take care of it. This is, I can do this,
Yeah.
Mom and Dad don't need to make it better. I can handle this myself.
Yeah.
She's very strong that way.
Yeah.
So I just left my last dermatologist appointment before I am planning to shave my head this weekend. It's been 2 months since I last saw her for my last round of injections, and she was very surprised to see how much hair I've lost since then. But I don't know, I can't point to a specific stressor or stressful event that would have triggered this hair loss, but that's what she is sort of thinking caused the recent, as she said, avalanche of hair loss. But really the most stressful thing in my life right now is the alopecia. She asked if I would rather wait to shave my head until we see if the steroid works, or if I can, get approved for a clinical trial. But really, I can't handle having this hair on my head anymore. It's so frustrating. It's like a parasite. It's stuck to me, and it's just something that I want to get rid of so I don't have to think about it as much. I don't have to wash it or clean up when it all falls out. But I think it will also be, I think it's just going to be easier to not have this, like, patchy, stringy, useless hair. So, I'm a little excited about it, because it'll just be kind of a weight lifted, but it's definitely not the end of trying to get my hair back. I don't think I'll ever, I don't think I can ever stop trying. I don't think I'll ever wake up and say, thank God I don't have a full head of healthy hair. I don't think I'll ever prefer being bald to having my own hair. Now, every time I see someone with, like, nice, natural hair, it just hurts. I'm so jealous.
She's very brave.
Mm-hmm. I'll say.
She really is.
Yep.
And we know she'll be fine.
She will be.
Just one step at a time, really. You can't make promises for them. You just have to stand right by them and support them. Support her. It's not a... We're so fortunate that she's home.
So, the day that I got my IUD removed was when I had the worst breakdown. I felt really hopeless. I didn't think that there was anything I knew that there was nothing I could do, which is really hard to deal with because I can't do anything, no one can help me do anything, and it's just really, like, you feel really stuck and it's horrible. But the day after that, for some reason, I woke up feeling better about the likelihood of losing all my hair, and talking to my sister made me feel even better about that. On that same day, we were just kind of making jokes about it, as saying, if I go bald, I'm gonna need to get some, like, really cool ear piercings or something like that. And she was just like, yeah, I'll probably go with you, let's do it together. And she sent me some Instagram models who have buzzed heads, and seeing them and how they incorporate it into their beauty, and how it doesn't look so out of place in real life. It'll feel out of place at first because I'm used to having hair, but I think it'll feel natural after a little while, an adjustment period. But having someone kind of talk with me about it, and not in like a pitying way really, but like it's happening, so this is what else is happening. We're gonna get a fun ear piercing, and we're just gonna keep moving forward and kind of adapt this. Like, it's not you're going to lose your hair, and I feel I'm so sorry. I wish there was something I could do. It's more like you're going to lose your hair, but that's not really the fun part. The fun part of this is what we do to make that change feel better when it happens. So that helped me sort of adjust my attitude. I'm still not happy about it, but I think it's something that I'll get used to over time, and with the help of other people, just making it feel normal.
Okay, I'm owning this for the time being. It doesn't mean that I want to be bald, but it just means that I can manage the way I look. I can
I have some control.
Present myself the way I want to be presented. And she's very brave. It's gonna be the new you.
It's gonna be better without this crappy patchy hair. That I know.
There we go. Okay.
Okay.
Do you want me to?
No, just put it down here. I want to do a boomy.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Got it. Oh my god, there's gonna be hair everywhere. Not much though.
You okay?
Yeah.
I think you're doing a great job there, Kelsey. I'm sorry. Hair doesn't discriminate.
Thank you. Is that a tear?
Boy, I'll tell you, I mean, after she shaved her head, she went from looking almost sickly to looking radiant. And
it was her decision.
She just glowed.
Yeah.
Look at me. Smile. You are gorgeous. You are so pretty. I knew you would be. I knew you would be.
I'm gonna be the first one to make it.
Wait.
Okay.
All right.
You got it. Okay.
Grab my hands.
Look.
Careful, it might create a spark. Noggin.
Whenever you're ready.
Oh, sweetie pie.
It's okay. Okay, Kyle. You popping that baby?
Yeah. Woo! Bingo bango.
Nice.
Can we do this like on top of Kyle's head?
Not ready yet.
Okay.
Okay.
We're so fortunate that she's home and we can be with her and hold her hand.
And she's got a lot of support. Us and her sister.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank God.
And everybody
Kelsey.
else.
Kelsey's been awesome.
Yep. You're crying again.
Do you want to go, Bailey? Okay. Okay, I'll go. This is a little bit of a funny one because today I'm doing Movember for customer health, and if you're familiar with the organization, obviously there's a lot of emphasis placed on shaving or not shaving. So I thought it was really